Hello, friends, and welcome to Marie Green Yoga here on YouTube. And this is the 27th practice of yoga of our 30-day sessions. And they all kind of feed off of each other and build up to different things. And we have come today, or session 27, and we are going to move into Pachimottanasana, forward fold. So it will be a class, a practice that will focus on hugging the front side and expanding the back side. And we are starting to wind down our 30 sessions together with today is forward fold, Pachimottanasana, and the next session is our plow pose, Sarvanjasana, and then we have headstand, and then we have a yin yoga practice for the 30th session. So I'm glad you're here. Please take a comfortable seat. I am sitting on a block. I usually always lately, the last few years, always sit on a block for my lower back, for my knees, and for my hips, and to feel uplifted in the spine. And we'll start with our 3 Ujjayi breaths, our 3 ocean breaths, or simply just sitting and taking a couple of nice deep breaths. Sitting nice and tall on our sit bones, shoulders away from the ears, and the chin slightly tucked down. Nice and clear line from our tip of the tailbone to the top of the head, and from there we'll start to center, to start bringing the breath into the deeper layers and filling all the parts of the body. Inhaling. And exhaling. And inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to normal breath. And from here, slowly opening our eyes and making our way onto our backs. And perhaps you'll have 2 blocks handy by for our practice today. For now, we'll start on our backs and pull the knees into the chest for our upward facing child's pose and start our journey to expand into back body and hugging the front side and starting to close down our energies, calming the nervous system towards these last few sessions of our 30 sessions of just yoga. Arms around the legs, and we'll get our sacrum to the mat, grounding and rooting our femurs, massaging our organs. And from here, extend your left leg forward. Your right leg stays in. Knee to chest. Spread the toes. Press the head. Adjust the shoulder blades. Tuck the chin in. Another couple of breaths right here. And taking our right leg up to the sky. Interlacing our hands around the hamstrings, spread the toes, sacrum down, shoulder blades down, lower back slightly lifted. Natural lower back. And exhale, switch sides, taking your left knee in, hugging it in, extending the right leg forward, spreading our toes, press the shoulder blades down evenly, sacrum down evenly, knee to chest, chin tucked in. And from here, extending your left leg up to the sky, hands around the hamstrings. Feeding the hamstrings down and finding a nice big rooting, comfortable feeling into the left seat. Lower back slightly lifts off and the hips starts to feel a little bit more evened out. Hips and shoulders stacked above and below each other. One more breath here. And then we'll bend the left knee back in and knees to chest. Hands underneath the knees. Let's roll 3 times on our spine. Tuck your chin in and give yourself a couple of rolls right here. The lower legs, they certainly want to help out. Maybe they can hug in a little bit more. We can use them a little bit to get some momentum and massage into the spine. Let's come to tabletop. Spread your fingers, second finger forward, knees under hips, claw the fingertips, arch the spine to the sky, hands, knees, and toes down, top of the head towards the mat, and inhale, long spine, and exhale, arch the spine to the sky, big, wide, lower, middle, upper back, expansive, and inhale, one more, concave and convex spine. Bringing some nice movement through each and every vertebrae. One more breath and then come to neutral spine. Downward facing dog with bent knees. Come up high on your toes. Bend your knees. Bring your ribs, your belly towards the quads. Lift the upper arm bones. Sink your right heel down. Stretch into the back of the right leg. Lower leg, ankle, calf, back of knee. Maybe bend the knee a little bit. And switch second side. Left heel down, ankle, calf, back of knee. And from here, come back up onto the toes. Bend the knees, look between the hands. Take a step over towards the hands. Inhale, long spine, feet outer hip widths apart. Bend slightly into your knees so that your ankles and hips are stacked. Hand in each and elbow, top of the head towards the mat. And coming a little bit back, a little bit forth, this way and that way. Hugging the inner edges of the feet towards the midline. And hands to hips, elbows to sky, root your feet, come to standing. Bring your feet a little bit closer together and come to hips, knees, ankles, second toe facing forward. Hands to heart. We'll come to 3 Surya Namaskar to warm our body up. Exhale to release the hands. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bend into your knees. Raise your sacrum. Inhale, long spine. Unravel into each and every vertebrae. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank pose. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Lower all the way down. And inhale to cobra. Untuck your toes. Forward and up. Shoulders back, ears back. Spread your toes. Exhale, coming all the way back to the front. Child's pose. One breath. Nice big wave into the spine, hips and ankles, and tabletop. And downward facing dog. Urdva Pachimottanasana. Either you stay on your toes and bend your knees, or you get your heels towards the mat, or somewhere in between that. One more breath here. Come up onto toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Look between the hands. Take a step or a hop over to your hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms to the sky. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. And release. Inhale, arms to sky. Palms together. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bend into the knees. Inhale, long spine. Urdva Uttanasana. Exhale, place your hands, step back to your plank. Take a pause in plank, find our front side, claw the fingertips, and gently from here lower all the way down. Untuck toes, inhale cobra, forward and up, shoulders back, pulling our ears back. And exhale, coming back down, push back, child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart, one breath. And tabletop, making our way to down dog. Bent knees, straight knees, you pick where you feel the best into your hips, into your lower back. Coming up onto toes, bend your knees, take your step or your hop over to hands. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Sweeping arms up to sky. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do one more round to warm up our body and to find our center line and to get some nice big movements in. Exhale, hinge and fold, and starting the process of cleaning and clearing our body. Folding Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, place your hands, step or hop into your plank. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. Take a pause, find the center line, find the front side, pubic bone, belly button to sternum, and exhale, release all the way down. Untuck your toes, inhale to cobra, and exhale, take it all the way back down. Push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, and make your way back up to tabletop, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. On toes, feet, bent knees. You take your favorite pick. Lift our upper arm bones. 1 more breath here. And come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Take your step or your hop over to your hands. Inhale, long spine, feet hip widths apart. Exhale, fold. Press your feet. Slightly bend in your knees. Inhale, sweep arms to sky. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. And release the hands. Hands to hips. Bend your knees. Open your right foot to the side. Or as always, any foot that opens up. So we practice together. Hands to hip. Prasarita, Padottanasana. Inhale, tuck your toes slightly in, heels slightly out. And lift the gaze up to the sky, chest raising. And exhale, hinge and fold. Taking the heel of the hands, align with the heel of the feet. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold top of the head towards the mat. Bring your shoulder blades away from your ears. Spacious between shoulders and ears. Slightly bend into your knees. Open up the back of the legs. Free up the lower back. And inhale, long spine. Bend your knees a little more. Hands to hips, elbows to sky, and come to standing. Keep your hands on your hips. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. Prasarita, Padottanasana B, with our hands staying onto our hips. Shoulders away from ears. Finding balance, finding strength into the legs. Top of the head towards the mat. We have our knees slightly unbent. And press your feet and come all the way back up. Nice and easy. And sweeping arms out to the side. Taking our hands behind, interlace, roll shoulders up and back, and hinge and fold forward. Prasarita, Padottanasana. Top of the head towards the mat, shoulders away from ears. The hands can stay on the sacrum, or the hands can come up towards the sky. A slight bend in the knees for a nice stacking of ankles and hips. Inhale and exhale. checking in all parts of the spine, especially from side of the hips, iliac crest up to the shoulders. One more breath, and slowly hands back to the sacrum, hands to hips, and come all the way up to standing. Stay nice and strong in the legs, elbows to the back. Slightly push the hips forward, take your gaze up, and exhale, hinge and fold. This time around, we'll take our peace fingers around our big toes. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold, elbows to the side. Get to free up the shoulders and maybe find some more space after our bind behind the sacrum. Strong legs, opening in towards the legs, back of the legs, hugging the front side, and gently extend the arms, hands to hips, elbows to sky, and we'll come back to standing. Arms to the side, bend our knees and step over to the front of your mat. Feet hip widths apart, hands to the heart, and exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, palms together. Exhale, hinge and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step to down dog, please. Stay in your downward facing dog. Step your right foot between the hands. Come to low lunge with your left knee onto the mat. And we can have the back toes tucked and we'll come forward into those right hamstrings, into the left quadricep hip flexor. And we're hugging everything in at the same time. Place your hands on the mat. Extend your back knee off the mat and extend the front leg. Come to Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Hinge and fold. Pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Extend away from the floor. Hold the front side in and up and get a nice opening for the spine, lower, middle, and upper back. One more breath here. And place the hands, step back, down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. Lift the upper arm bones. And another 2 breaths right here. Stepping our left foot between the hands. Take your right knee down to the mat. Keep the toes tucked and come forward into the hips, into the left hamstring region, into the right hip flexor, quadricep, lower belly region. Long spine, freeing up the hips, freeing up the legs. And exhale, extend your back knee from the mat and come into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Press the palms away, push your left hip back, your right hip forward. Pull the belly button in. And another breath here. And slowly bending the front legs, step back, down dog. Make your way from down dog to plank and lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, inhale cobra, inner shoulder to outer shoulder. Pull the ears back and exhale, come all the way back down and push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart. Tabletop, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your right foot between the hands. Keep your back knee lifted. Support yourself with your hands, fingers onto the mat. Long neck and spine. Bring your muscles into the bones. Hug everything in. Maybe you stay down with your hands. Maybe you take your hands to your quad and raise yourself up in for a high crescent lunge. Arms to sky, bicep towards ears. Pull the ears back, lift the heart, pull the belly into the front of the spine all at the same time. And exhale, release. Hands to mat. Step back, take your right leg up to the sky and bending it up here and taking it all the way back down. And step the left foot between the hands. Take a pause right here. Find the four corners of the front foot. Back toes are on the mat. We'll take a little pause. We'll check and see how we feel about taking our hands to the left quad. Maybe we raise up, maybe we stay down. Extending the back leg and reaching the arms to the sky if it's available. Bicep towards ears. Squeeze the muscles into the midline. Pulling our ears back. One more breath. And exhale, hands on each side. Step back, down dog. Take your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee up here. And come back to your Urdhva Pachimottanasana, downward facing dog. Press the palms, lift the upper arm bones. Take a walk over to the hands. Inhale, long spine. Bend into your knees, sacrum higher than the lower back. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, long spine, and exhale, hinge and fold. Now the peace fingers, they go from between the big toe and second toe, and we inhale and then we exhale. And the knees are nice and slightly bent. It's Padottanasana, hand to big toe pose. And we'll take our shoulders away from ears. And we'll stay one more breath here. And inhale, long spine, and we'll take the hands underneath the feet. Hasta Padasana. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold, and we get to massage in towards the palms. We also get to find a little bit of a deeper stretch and different stretch into the back of the body by just raising the toes up. And it's also a great opportunity to massage into the palms and into the wrists. Top of the head towards the mat. Another breath here. And exhale, release. Take your hands to hips, elbows to sky, root your feet, come to standing, and release your hands. Inhale, arms to sky, Urdhva Hastasana, root down, rise up and find more length, and then exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, take your toes out like 5 degrees. Feet hip widths apart. Make your way down into Malasana and squeezing the front body into the front of the legs. Hugging femurs in, releasing lower back, hands to third eye. And we'll stay here. We can always come back to upward facing child's pose at any time. One more breath here. And then we're going to release the hands and we're going to come onto our seat. The mat is right there. It's very close down to the mat. Extend the legs over to the front. And from there, we're actually going to bend the knees in a little bit as well. So here we are with our knees slightly bent. We can flex our feet and then we'll take our ribs, our belly, and put them onto the quads and hands on the outside of our pinky toe side. And here is our first forward fold. Pretty accessible forward fold with bent knees, with plugging in the femurs in the hips, anterior tilting the hips, freeing up the lower back, the sacral region, and having a nice ripple effect for the whole spine. And we'll stay right here and inhale and exhale And maybe this is plenty of a forward bend, and maybe it feels good for the back. Maybe it releases the spine. We could start to press down the heels and start to move them forward bit by bit and finding a different space to fold into. We keep on doing anterior tilt on the hips, and we keep on pressing the heels down into the mat. We can straighten the arms, and we can start to come down with our legs a little bit more straight. Certainly always a slight bend into the back of the knees. Long arms, long legs. Legs are hip widths apart. So inner hip widths apart. Mound of the big toe is extending away. Long spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. Elbows to the side. The top of the head can come towards the top of the feet. And we can stay right here. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly extending the arms and coming back into our seat. And just take the hands behind us, bend your knees in, come to reverse tabletop, squeeze your glutes, lower abs as you lift up, and come into a reverse fold and unfold and get a little bit release or lengthen, or more plugging in the front side, maybe more lengthening into the spine, and exhale, coming all the way back down. We're going to come back to rolling. So come a little bit more towards the front of the mat. This time around, we're going to take our hands below the knees in front and hug ourselves in nice and tidy, and bring our belly button in and shoulders away from ears. Legs together, feet, knees are hugging together, and we roll to the middle of the shoulder blades and back up to massage our spine. And then we'll come back up and again, and see if we can roll through the lower, middle, and upper back. We'll do 3 more. Inhaling and exhaling. And 2 more. Rolling down and rolling back up, hugging that front side nice and strong, and making your way back up to your seat. Now from here, we're not going to do any more rolling, but we'll see how it feels to sit with our legs up to the sky. With hands on the outside of our feet, why don't we start with the hands first onto our hamstrings, hands onto hamstrings, and here we are. So we know boat pose. You have done boat pose many times. Arms are out here, legs are here or extended. We're going to take it a little bit beyond and take our legs up towards the sky. So maybe we hold on to the back of the knees, right above the knees, the muscly area, and maybe we'll extend the legs up to the sky. And we pull the chin in, we pull the belly button in, and then we'll take our legs back down, take the feet down, and take a pause. And then we'll take our peace fingers around our big toes, just like when we folded earlier, and lift our way back up with feet and legs together. And we can stay right here. Maybe we'll take one leg up, and maybe we'll take our other leg up, and we are pulling onto those big toes, and the big toes are pushing away, and we have this nice long connected upward seated forward fold. Ubaya Parangustasana, pulling our chin down, shoulder blades down onto our back, and spreading our toes, and inhale and exhale, bringing ourselves back down. And then we'll do it one more time, and this time maybe we fold together a little bit further for fun if you would like, or you can sit onto your mat and do your forward fold that we just did earlier with our quads onto our ribs, or come along for this. This is fun. And extend one leg up and the other leg up, and we'll hold on to the space from the pubic bone to the belly button. We'll bend the arms to the side, and we lift ourselves up and up and up and up, and hug front side, extend the back side, muscle energy at the same time as we extending organic energy out. One more breath, and exhale, bringing it back down, and we'll come back to heels down, sitting nice and tall. And then we'll take our ribs, belly onto our quads, hands on the outside of our feet. And maybe this is where we land and we feel good in our back, and extending and plugging and rooting and grounding into a new place for our femurs and for our lumbar and middle and upper back. Maybe we'll start to press down the heels and slowly bringing them forward and forward and forward, and coming into one more Paschimottanasana. Maybe we are upright, maybe hands are underneath the knees, perhaps our hands are on the outside of our pinky toe side, elbows to side, hinge and fold forward, slightly bend into your knees, shoulders away from ears. One more breath here, and then slowly release. Take yourself all the way back up, hands behind, and we'll do one more reverse tabletop with our hips up to the sky, glutes, lower abs, and exhale, bringing it all the way back down. Cross at the ankles and come over onto downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press the palms, lift upper arm bones, come to plank pose. Lower all the way down, elbows tucked in, untuck toes. Pull yourself forward, mini, medium, however you'd like to. Maybe sway a little side to side here. And exhale, release, come all the way back down. Push back, child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, one breath. And make your way back up to tabletop and to downward facing dog. And walking our way forward, feet to hands. Coming back to Malasana with our toes just slightly turned out. Heels are outer hip widths apart, and then we're going to bend our knees and come back down for one more yogi squat. Rooting our femurs, releasing into lower back, taking our thumbs to our third eye. And there can also be hands behind our neck for more of a forward bend and a release into our back of the neck. One more breath here. And release hands and release your seat all the way down. Find your two blocks, one block for upper middle back and one block for the back of the head. The shoulder blades and the neck are in between the blocks. So we have our middle upper back right onto that lower block, and we have our head onto the other block. Now, shoulder blades are free and clear, and our kidneys are free and clear. So it's that upper middle back, the thoracic 8 to 12-ish that we have the block. Some of you do not need the block for the head, and some of you would like to put your feet together, arms to the side, and we come to a counter stretch, passive version from our forward bend. Some of you might take the block into the medium level and come into a little different level for our back bend, passive back bend onto the block, head on or off, arms slightly down, forearms to the mat, to the floor. And we get to expand the lungs, circulatory system, spaces for the ribs, belly, sternum. And we stay another breath here. And slowly, if you have your feet together, close your knees. Feet flat. Take your hands behind your head and come back upright. Hands by your legs. Help yourself up and off of the blocks. Blocks to the side. Make your way back down onto your back. Happy baby pose. Knees to chest, arms inside the legs, hands outside the feet. Sacrum down, shoulder blades down, lower back slightly lifted. Moving about into your sacrum, SI joints, hips. And from here, bring your knees together, hug everything all the way into the center. Squeeze your arms around your legs, squeeze your toes, your lower legs, upper legs, glutes, belly, shoulders to ears. And exhale, release. Make your way into your Savasana. Pressing our head, adjusting shoulder blades. Sacrum down, shoulder blades on the mat, lower back slightly lifted, toes, fingers, top of head, nice and free and clear and open. And as always, stay here as long as you'd like to get our spine to rejuvenate and take in the forward bends. When you are ready, we meet in an upright seat, like in the beginning of our practice. Maybe you'll take a block to sit on. Maybe you stay on your back and put one hand on your belly and one hand onto your heart, or sit upright on a block, legs turned back or knees crossed in front, ears to the back. Sit nice and tall, seat, top of head. It's a nice free and clear communication, heart of earth and heart of source, and we are a nice open conduit right in between. Starting to move the breath again, 3 to 5 counts for your inhale and 3 to 5 counts for the exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And coming back to normal breathing, sitting for a few moments together. Keeping the nice calm layer that you created for yourself. Skin and outward, and skin and inward. I want to thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day or evening. And I look forward to seeing you in our next session. Please keep in mind that these yoga sessions are layered with also 30 Pilates fusion session, where we do a little pelvis clock work and prepare ourselves for the yoga practice that follows. And of course, all of my videos here on YouTube can be used individually or link them together. Thank you very much, and namaste.